remember, it was probably around September of 2022. And at the time we owned, I believe, about 23 or 24 stocks. And I was looking at some of our highest conviction names, like a Propel. I'll use that example since we've already discussed it. And the stock had gone from, call it 14 to $6 or $7. The company was still growing like crazy. Results were good. And I'm sitting there saying, okay, this stock's on 3 times earnings. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the company. So I want to own more of that. So the thinking was, why do I own my 23rd best idea when I want to own more of my best idea? So I made a pretty big decision at the beginning of the last quarter of 22. I sold our lowest conviction names. So we went from 23 names down to 16 names, I believe it was, piled all the money from the proceeds into our best ideas. And what that set up was, a very good 2023 for us. Most of the returns in 2023 came in the back half of the year, but that repositioning that we did throughout late 2022 and into early 2023 really set us up. So sometimes it's what you do before the market runs that's really important. And if you don't do those things in time, once the market's already running, you can be left out. Even if you decide to go to cash, which I don't advise people to do unless they really think they can time the markets. I haven't met a lot of people who became rich from timing markets, but I think knowing what your best ideas are and then having conviction with those ideas, and you and I have had conversations about this before, concentration can be a very powerful tool for investors if they know what they're doing. Concentration can be a very dangerous tool for investors if they don't know what they're doing. But in our case, I feel like our investors are paying us to put money in our best ideas. They don't necessarily want me to buy our 25th best idea or our 40th best idea. They want our money concentrated. And I've always run money that way. And I think unlike a lot of investors, I'm actually more comfortable when I'm concentrated. I'm more comfortable when most of our capital is in our top 10 names. And typically about 80% of our fund will be in our top 10 names.